Really, I think this game is won off the back of Kaka. Like, it looks like a very, very good Nyx Assassin game.
It's really just about the fine line of being able to use the plasma field to be able to harass and CS, but you can't have Chalice just pushing the lane out.
He might be in trouble, Exnova. He should go down.
More than might.
Yep, there we go. First blood's going to be picked up eventually for Liquid, and you'd love to give it to Zaya, but Boxy was snagged out himself.
You expect that to be the case in any Viper lane, right? Except maybe a Razor plus an aggressive support, but Abaddon just isn't that. Speaking of the Razor itself, he's going to go on again. Level 3 as well on Zai, so he's going to be pumping in a little bit more of that poison damage.
Boxy actually might be in trouble. Although Zai's going to push on forward to stack up the poison attack, and Chalice, he should tick out one charge, is buying some time, but it's not enough. And now the Abaddon as well. Zai's going to look to turn it back around. The shield breaks off some of the poison stacks for the moment. So Exnova will be able to reposition the tower, but Liquid continuing with this strong start. All the aggression coming up from them down bottom.
The bot side top, though, they're looking to make a little bit of a play here onto Kaka. He's body blocking, though, to make sure that Ana might be able to get a few of these hits in onto the Bristle. And oh, the miss! The miss!
Oh, no! The miss! They made it so they trade each other's lives. Oh, God.
Mickey is doing a decent enough job against the puck. Trading relatively well in terms of the regen front.
If he gets 6 off this creep, he's going to go. Yeah, Somnus going to be in trouble. They know the orb's on cooldown. That's a beautiful glyph from Mickey. The understanding with the orb being on cooldown, he can get aggressive under the tower, and one more right click gets the kill. Mickey understanding perfectly that he has this 6 advantage. What a start to help out Mr. Mickey.
And Insani is just going to stick around. Kaka knows Insani is here. Oh, the freshly placed Observer Ward as well. Instantly removed.
See if they get the RNG, though. Mickey's going to jump in. Refreshing the ability. Somnus, though, is in trouble for the moment. All but a couple seconds, but Somnus goes down for the second time in a row. That's coil expanded, and now they're going to look at Kaka. But Liquid, they are so happy with getting Somnus once again.
I've been really happy with the Liquid game style. Whenever they look to go aggressive like this, they're just great when they're able to play that slightly faster speed than the enemy team.
He's going to be in trouble here. Zai with the last tick. It's another lane that's continuing to not go as well as what RNG would be hoping.
I don't think they'll have the damage to do it, man.
They've got the sentry. They're going to see Kaka shortly. Yet Matu is aware of this. Instantly looking to TP in. And they can take the fight on Liquid. They need to bring the numbers.
They do take the hard camp, though, on RNG. So that's a bit of a bonus coming out.
If they target down, though, Matu's going to run down Chalice. Soaking away the damage onto the Marcy at the moment, but that's not the key target you want to take out of the fight, as Matu can step in without a care in the world. Mickey's going to show up as well, but they will lack the control. Just TP? Oh, just TP. Oh, nothing they can do.
Yeah, that is the one area that they're lacking, right? They don't have the greatest ways to lock them down.
Just runs into the Nether Toxin, gets the first stun into the Impale follow-up, and RNG, they've got 2 members that can join instantly.
I still feel like they need a little bit more damage, even popping the Unleash to potentially take out this Roche a little faster. Looks like they're ready to make the rotation through on RNG with the smoke. 5 men. They don't have the Dream Call yet, though, on Somnus. We want to see if you can try and take out Boxy. I think that's the great start.
Gonna scout them out. Kaka's gonna look to move forward as well. Matu's in trouble with Ana's damage. Matu should go down to start the fight. That is a perfect start for RNG, but Liquid, they're looking to hit back. Mickey's gonna find the Nyx Assassin off to the side. A 4-on-4, but can they continue? And even Kaka's gonna look to buy back as well. They want to take this Aegis advantage away from Liquid.
Got the one silence coming through from the
Vision to go for the steal. Mickey's trying to line up, but Roche isn't low just yet to get the jump. Gotta be cautious of Ana's help pull. He's in with the Sunder, but Exnova trying to protect him, but it's not enough. Coming through from the shield. Aegis gonna be snagged up from Chalice, but the coil leashing Liquid inside of the pit as RNG. You lose Ana, but you take so much more out of this team fight. Go look at the positioning out of Exnova. Really nicely done from the support on RNG. Just playing in front of this Terrorblade. Okay, Smoke's gonna pop. Does he jump without getting the vision? Gonna see Exnova for the moment. The spike is gonna hold it back. Oh, Kaka! What have you done to them? Liquid, They weren't ready. The counter initiation was on point as Karka's Nyx assassin. We brought it up. He had to be the X factor for them in this game, and we've seen that so far.
Still, though, I'm not sure they're too worried about the damage coming back their way as well. This is something that I was talking about during the draft, is that RNG are going to suffer from this when meta's not available. Abaddon, Nyx provide you basically nothing.
Karka, he eats the remnant, they get the stun follow-up, Mickey's in trouble! They need a way to be able to protect the Void Spirit, that's where the Force stuff can come into play, and then Matu picks up the demo damage room, will just charge into the middle, bashing down one, moving to the Terrorblade next, Ana, he turns it back around with the Sunder, the buybacks are coming up from RNG, but can they reconnect to the team fight fast enough? As 8th the Remnant will hold back the escape of the Terrorblade, they've got the Dissimulate to get the kill, it's all on Somnus now to turn the fight back around. He secures the double.
The stuns again.
Karka's going to move forward as well. The mark just with the stun. Chalice is going to try and charge up the high ground as well, but they need to respect Liquid. Matu back in the action, and he wants revenge, and he'll find it on X-Nova. An easy kill into the Abaddon, but the control. That's one thing that's lacking on Liquid for the moment. They can't keep the puck locked into place. So Somnus, he'll be out to the right side, but Chalice, he will not have the same fate. Matu will easily chase down the Razor, securing a big kill to the offlaner on RNG, and Somnus will continue to clean up the fights though.
Ana, to his credit, he doesn't have the Blink Dagger or that quick way to be able to close on into the team fight, but the damage was lacking. They couldn't clean up that first pick-off that they found.
If he's able to find that, that is a bunch of extra damage just dished out in these fights. Boxy? That was aggressive.
First, my guy.
They have the ward on the high ground.
Be going first, my guy.
He doesn't have anyone playing behind him. And now Roche is up in 20 seconds.
You don't exactly want to pop the BKB, but if Ana takes the Ags, you might be forced to. He actually gives it over to Karka. I was going to think maybe the Terror Wave would have pushed it away enough that it's going to be a factor. Yeah, they nearly left the Aegis inside the pit. They're like, it's not game winning. You're always going to be able to BKB. And, well, now with the creeps hitting onto that mid-tier 1 tower, their movement's obvious. They're forced to come back.
So now for Liquid, you've got to be cautious because Insane... Oh, Karka just misses the stun, and now it's going to be inside the base with no follow-up, but RNG, they just beeline to the middle. They're going to make sure Karka does not go down without any assistance. Ana's in trouble, though. It's Sunder at the last second, buying some time, but Matu with the bashes. Abyssal Blade as well, but Ana's going to be able to get some distance thanks to the Terror Wave. He'll turn to kill up Matu. They're going to be cautious, though, because the buybacks, that's how they can come back into this team fight. And they'll just leave Ana alone, feeding him to the wolves, but RNG, that is still a success in the end. That is multiple buybacks forced out of Liquid.
There, without that Terrorblade being available. So Liquid feel confident enough to leave the base and try to pick someone else off. Met now the Toxin to shove out mid.
They're going to see Karka.
Team.
Alright. Somnus going to try and counter initiate as well. Accord's going to hold them back for the moment. Chalice wants to enter the fight, but Mickey's going to make sure that's not a possibility. Now with the Viper Strike, Chalice, he's got X-Nova playing behind it, but the Aphotic Shield will only delay the inevitable, making Matu more angry. He wants to take it out onto Somnus, but Abash will not be lucky enough to hold down the puck.
He's going to do a great job of stalling this out, though.
They got the yours.
He's got
the Aeon Disc to play with. That should be enough to get him out of... How did he get out of the Remnant? So, Hex is there.
Went back into the Hex.
Still is going to be playing with the Aeon Disc. Matu needs to try and get him with the Abyssal Blade. He's a little bit too far away, however. So, Somnus!
Not again!
No way! Somnus is a baller. This guy is nuts. To see him
stopping
back.
the push. So as long as he pops that borrowed time, like, everyone live. Got to make sure you're not standing in the Nether Toxin so you actually use it, though. No, Chalice has the Scythe as well, so he would have been able to catch him out there.
That does give them
give Liquid any breathing room.
Big ward inside the base for RNG. They're dipping it out. They have confirmation with the sentry there. It'll be difficult to move up and D-ward though. RNG, they've gotten some extra territory up, and meanwhile, they've got to be cautious. The Nether Toxin instantly with its Fire Carapace gives them a window to get rid of Zai, and now Chalice is going to look to charge in the middle as well. However, with the buyback coming up from Zai, the Scepter on the Viper strike is going to slow them down through the BKB, but Ana is just pushed up forward in the middle of it all, under the T4 towers. The Sunder's going to come out, so we'll look to turn to deal with Mickey, but Matu's gone unaddressed in his team fight so far. He'll secure the first kill into Chalice. It's going to look to turn to try and deal with X-Nova as well, as 2 hits down the Abaddon. No messing around for Matu's damage. They still have to respect RNG. Ana is no joke on this Terrorblade. Mickey, gotta be cautious. There's the counter. Instant silence to the stuns, but Matu's in once again. And Manta's gonna buy some time for Ana. He's got the second life to play with. It's only gonna be him with Somnus to protect Ana's life. And it looks like there's nothing the puck can do to keep Ana alive long enough to find the Sunder to refresh the health. As Liquid somehow, some way, will keep themselves in this game 1.
Boxy, I mean, it's a little suicidal jumping in deep, but it's just so important, the amount of emphasis they're putting onto the Nyx Assassin there. They want to take him out. They want to make sure that he doesn't have a factor in these team fights.
Do you go Throne? If he buys back, he's not going to have meta.
Consider it.
Mickey's run into the park. Aeontis is on cooldown for the moment. Can Mickey solo kill Somnus? Stormcraft is going to buy some time, but it's easy with the Hex as well. No way Liquid can do this. No way!
Buyback's coming.
Back at a puck. T4s are going down, Danog. Meta up in 30. Gonna buy back on everyone else. Do you stick around, Liquid? What's the call? They might just charge it, X-Nova.
Big.
Parker's going to be in, trying to get rid of the mana. The buyback's going to come out, but they might be able to let Matu. Looks like the rest of Liquid. It's going to leave Matu on an island. The BKB Satanic is back up to full health, but there will no one be around to capitalize on this opportunity. As he at least will take one person into the grave, as Chalice will join him 6 feet under. So I would really like to see Liquid take a fight once they get all their T5s. And there's the call.
Just wondering if Chalice is going to sell those power treads, considering he's holding onto the force boots. He's got a lot of gold to potentially get into that next item for himself.
They're going to see X-Nova. Foxy's going to get the jump. They want to try and target down the Abaddon for the moment. Meanwhile, Ana off the right side as well. Matu's going to try and charge on forward. Abyssal Blade out for the moment. Ana, can he get a Sunder target? He's trying to stand his ground. Mano against the Bristleback, and they'll turn around. Matu tries to pop the Satanic, getting a little bit of bonus health back. Mickey's going to be in with the combination as well. As Ana's down. That's the dieback, and a Liquid. An incredible opportunity to take this game 1, coming back from near death. As they're on the hunt, pursuing more RNG. You need to retreat as a team as Somnus and Chalice in combination together. The teammates are back in. They'll get rid of Marcy, but Matu, he wants to take them out of this game.
How are the lanes looking? Mickey's doing his best to try and shove that middle one in. They've even got the Book of the Dead. It's doing work. It's shoving in the lanes a little bit lower.
This is going to be...
This could be it.
A miracle hold from RNG.
Chalice is like, look at me, don't look at the base.
And Chalice, he's separated Matu. He's onto X-Nova as well. Mickey's got the damage. Somnus is looking to make some space. They won't be able to keep up to him. But meanwhile, Matu pushes onto the throne. They've got the glyph to hold them back, and they've done it. Liquid have done it. They've come back 60 plus minutes to take game 1 over RNG.
Oh. People like to clown on Team Liquid, saying they choke on these lands, but this was not one of those instances. Weaver, okay. I mean, the catch isn't amazing coming through here from RNG, but...
Feels great, man. Is there something a little bit better? Like it's an understatement top lane? Feels actually going to look to TP Boxy in. Matu's got the concoction to work with as well, but look at them just running straight to Chalice. They don't care about Kaka. They want the more valuable kill coming out onto the Viper, and they will find it. That also gives the level 2 for Boxy to work with. Just going to jump on forward, look to play around with the body blocks, enabling Matu to find the concoction along with the acid spray, and saying he doesn't have the greatest attack range, so...
Okay, might be suffering a little bit here. Doesn't have any way to keep his regen going against Somnus. You have 3 people camped up top though, but this, they've just removed all of these trees to be able to play around, so you're not going to get any kind of backstab going. Bot lane, it's Ana as well as X-Nova, able to get a kill onto Zai. It happens when you leave him solo, as well, another dispose coming through from Boxy, and again, that concoction. So difficult to have to play into.
Boxy's going to jump onto Chalice instead. So Matu still is able to find a concoction target. And now they're going to consider about chasing down Kaka. Boxy has to dispose up in a couple of seconds. A drag back into Insania. And this is really big. Not only did they get the kills, but the lane is now shoved under the tower. So no one on RNG are going to be soaking up the gold or the experience from that wave.
I mean, the old adage going way back.
They gain the river. They're going to get Somnus killed as well. Mickey's got the shield crash to play with to be able to secure the kill. X-Nova's going to be able to rotate over. Same with Kaka. The shield crash damage mitigation comes out a little bit too late to keep the Pain Goes life. And now RNG, with the nukes from the Purifying Flames, get the second. But they consider Insania. Kaka has got the level 3, so the shots to work with. Insania is going to be trapped inside the jewel from RNG, and it looks like they will come out on top as the support's reigning supreme. You're going to be a fan of that as a natural support player. Ana's going to have to Sakuchi back up, but looks like Zai, the movement speed, just gets back to the tower.
Aldwin nearly killed Zai.
We're not done just yet, baby. Mid lane, Mickey. Oh no! Little bit of miscommunication there. Boxy tossed back Mickey, and now Somnus still doesn't have the damage to get the kill, but the Rolling Thunder's expired. Boxy's gonna self up and look to move back in, but Somnus has got the level 6 to play with an X-Nova. He could give him a Mako to turn it back around for the extra mana and damage, but it looks like that's not required. The swashbuckle at the last second to get the kill, and meanwhile, top lane, we got another kill as well. I'm seeing everything right now. Nothing escaping my eyes. I can see them down bottom. Ana's getting farmed by the outpost. Meanwhile, I'm watching RNG start to move top. Particular Kaka looking to put some pressure onto Insania, but maybe he's bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. He needs Chalice to try and step in with the damage for the Viper, but this is a big trade if they could get Matu a 1-for-1, but of course RNG continuing to slow down the Alchemist's game.
So just a hero that's looking to spam out his abilities is the best possible counter to it. Weaver wasn't on my mind, but it's a great pick.
This is something that we see so often for Iron. Oh, I thought is Mickey. There's some trouble. He might be forced to pop the ultimate, but Somnus is in the vortex to make sure that is not a possibility. Is
Boxy as well. He's making sure to rotate into all the right places. 4-2-4. Great turnaround potential. And yeah, this game looks like he's emphasizing the sidekick. It's that tiny bit extra because of how much of the lifesteal is needed.
We get the Rolling Thunder off. No, Kaka just finds the snowball. Storm Spirit has a crazy amount of damage at this early game.
Yeah, you need to play with early. I think Soul Ring bottle is like necessity now. You can't get away with just the bottle anymore because of the amount of mana that's needed for the zips. They'd be able to get another kill in onto here. Seem like they'll be able to get more than Insania. Actually, maybe, having the rebound already used.
They're going to go for Matu instead on the right side. Oh, man, Somnus and X-Nova, just way too much damage. Now, Boxy will try and TP. X-Nova ults in, swipes at a lane.
5-1-7. So when you consider you're going up against a Pangolier, you're going up against a Winter Wyvern, these heroes need to die, and they need to die quickly. You've got the burst damage for it, but not the initial lockdown. So this is a game where I can see it working.
Smoke on smoke. Mickey's going to have an opportunity to play with the Rolling Thunder. They want to try and target Oracle first. If they can get rid of him out of the fight, that's a big support to be able to provide with the sustain. They'll get rid of X-Nova. They're going to try and move their attention out to the west side as well, as now Chalice is the next on the agenda. The Viper's able to stand his ground for the moment, pumping in damage. So Ana's going to look to try and clean up, but Boxy with a great read of the TP out into the tree line, and now Mickey, he's the sole hero left up top, the Liquid, and he won't be here for too long as Kaka rolls in and uppercuts him to the sky.
All about finding the Oracle. They put so much emphasis on being able to take him out. He nearly got the false promise off onto him himself as well, but with that heavy of a commitment coming through, it just meant that RNG were able to turn it around.
They're on to Chalice under the T1 tower. Kaka's going to try and get in range for the snowball, but he eats a crap load of damage before he gets in range. So two heroes gone to start the fight, but maybe they can turn it back around with Somnus and Ana showing up. Got to be cautious about the control coming out afterwards. Lincoln's going to be popped. Do they want to chase down on Liquid? Somnus has not got too much mana to work with. Zip into a TP. But maybe they'll just go for the easier target in X-Nova. As Mickey's nearby, Zai's going to have to follow up as well. As Ana will have to watch his position 5 die.
Not himself as well. You say there's a break. There's never a break this game. for both sides what we're looking for. I mean, they haven't taken any towers right now on Liquid, so they're going to be looking to itemize, move towards there.
There's the Orchid. Look at the tier 1 towers. Zai's going to consider about stepping in, trying to get that lasso, but X-Nova and Kaka, beautiful target priority, will turn away from dealing with the Marcy. They recognize that we need to control the Batrider to make sure that our Storm Spirit's going to be safe in this fight.
Trying to go in here. Rebound.
Mickey's actually going to find the Storm in the tree line. Mickey, beautiful read of Somnus's position.
So you just have that movement coming through from the rest of the team. They realize how important it is to open up the map for them. Now they don't need to be quite as worried about Matu's positioning, because he's going to have this safer place to be able to farm, even just further assisted by this Observer Ward inside the lane.
Kaka's going to blink already. What is that? Although the Cold Embrace, Insanya's going to buy a little bit of time for Mickey, and it looks like they're going to try and turn it around. He doesn't have an opportunity to get the Rolling Thunder off as the Purifying Flames will blow up the Pain Go, but Matu's into the middle. They're still going to be cautious, though, as Chalice is going to wrap from the northern side as well. He'll target down Zai. They're going to now turn their attention to Matu, as Kaka's going to be in with the punch. There's nothing Matu can do to look to escape. Insanya's going to buy some time, but that will only delay the inevitable, as they even cancel Insanya's TP on the higher ground as RNG find 4, and they only lose out on X-Nova.
You have the Rolling Thunder to be able to make a better go at it of a lot of these initiations, but I feel like Liquid need to try and up the tempo a little bit, because you're already falling behind with an Alchemist lineup. Something's got to change. X-Nova has to die, Kaka has to die, so they can't just run at you.
Long zip in, Somnus. The follow-up's going to be a bit... Oh, Snowball actually from the low ground, so Kaka will be able to close the distance. They blow up the Panker, which is, again, a key component in the team fight, but the Batrider flies in, controls Somnus, so we're 1-for-1 to start the fight. Fox is going to look to deal with the Oracle throughout the river, so Liquid, they might be able to turn this around if they can control Ana. That's where Insania can come into play. A curse into the concoction fall, but look at Kaka, just waiting to find the Snowball, but it's too late. They get rid of Weaver, now they can turn to Kaka next for Chalice. Beating down Batrider from the low ground. Matu's ready to fight, trying to charge up the stun once again. But it looks like he will not find the jump in. Why they've been succeeding in a lot of these fights is off the back of the wards, and they're not your unconventional wards as well. 2 very common cliff wards, and one of them's going to enable Somnus with the long zip in, recognizing no one's playing behind the Winter Wyvern. So again, just a vision from RNG really enabling them in this game too. Oh, they might see Matu. They're going to see the acid spray. And Matu can't BKB TP out because they've got Kaka nearby. It's going to be up to Mickey and Zai to turn this one back around. Going to try and move in with the Rolling Thunder. But they're just buying time. The Snowball delaying this. They'll turn to deal with the Oracle instead, but it looks like RNG, they've showed up in full force. Mickey's down. Zai will join him in the afterlife as well, but is it a worthy cause? Because you do keep Matu alive.
So he's going to go into the Kyron Sange, which will help him a little bit, just with a lot of that extra regen. I do want to see the Bloodstone come from this. BKB.
Setting up on Ana top lane. Oh, that's beautiful from Insania. They Winter's Curse the creep, so they have an opportunity to pop the Lincolns, but Matu's a bit too late on the TP. They got the vision for the moment. Can Radiant move top fast enough to keep Ana alive? And it looks like they will not. Big plays coming out from Liquid. An incredible way to start that attempt from Insania, using the Winter's Curse onto the creep wave.
One that he gets the kill as well. Still going to go down saying that he needs that Blink Dagger available.
Somnus, considering about zipping into the middle. They've got the heals with the Rolling Thunder forward. Now, Somnus is playing around with the Aegis. They might not even be able to pop the first life, though. He's going to fly back into the river. Mickey spies up the Oracle, so it's going to look to take him out of the fight, but Zai, he's separated from the team. So Batrider's gone with ease. Mickey will finally be able to deal with the support, and now they can turn to Somnus next as well. Still playing with the Aegis. Kaka, is he going to look to stick around to protect him? Is he out of mana on the Tusk? They need the perfect use of the chain control coming out from Liquid. Prevent that zip away, and unfortunately, they will not be able to find it. Zai shows top. This is going to give a bit of an opening. Actually, his TP is going to be up in 5 seconds, so he will be able to connect to the team. I have another fight down bottom, though. Oh, Insania, this is a big kill. This is a big kill. That's a lot of their team fight, and just the defensive factor from the Cold Embrace in Matu as well. You might have to pop a BKB to look to escape. In fact, they want to turn it around. Mickey with a lot of damage coming out from the Swashbuckle. Matu's not going to be able to find a target with the concoction, but the BKB expiring means that they cannot stick around to take the fight. Foxy just TPs out. BK with the Rolling Thunder as well, might die to the damage of Ana. One more right click, it's going to look for a TP, but meanwhile Matu, he's the one that's in trouble.
He's alone.
No one nearby. Alone is Matu. Chemical Rage expired. No BKB to play with. Do it the hard way. Make him work for it. Where's the boys? No one's coming. Oh no, X-Nova out of them all gets the kill. Do they want to smoke? Boxy and Zai? They have a double damage rune on Marcy to play with. Ana's going to show top lane as well, and Liquid, they are starting to move to this area. No Karka's nearby. Ana hasn't gotten a glimpse. They're going to see Zai's position. Ana's going to be cautious underneath the sentry, but they want to deal with the Tuscan. Oh, Foxy, that's way too much damage. As if in Somnus, they could turn around at the curse if they want to, and Insania again. A curse onto two. Mickey's got the follow-up with the Rolling Thunder, but the chain control will not be there. This is how we escape. Mickey is still trying to target down, but meanwhile to the northern side, the lasso's out, the beacon is expired, and they'll chain control Ana down long enough so they can pump in the damage from Matu's Alchemist.
So I'm really liking the fact that Somnus has identified that and is going to itemize accordingly. It's almost reaches level 20 as well. Well, they do, but well, what's even going to happen with it? Storm's too far away.
He could zip to free up a slot. Tarkar's going to be in, but it's a little bit too early. It's a beautiful area for Mickey to be able to take the skirmish. A curse is out once again onto three heroes. Matu's going to have the concoction to fall, but they're going to look to target down Roche instead. The Aegis will go into the hands of the Alchemist, and now Matu can look to turn it back around. It's Liquid flying two heroes. Ana's going to be protected for the BKB for the moment, but they don't have any vision of where the Weaver has scurried away from. Somnus, he's actually considering about going back in, but Mickey protected thanks to the mana, brother. With the Aghanim shot as well, but Ana is in with the physical damage required to kill off the Pangolier. And so RNG comes down to vision, and it comes down to initiation. Wyvern has to go for them to be able to succeed in these fights.
So on a scale of 1 to all 3 cores on RNG are going for Lincolns.
Oh, beautifully done from X-Nova. He's incredibly fine with this blink already completed. They'll be able to cancel out the lasso.
No
so I should have some movement speed. They're starting to beeline to bottom. A long duration, long distance Rolling Thunder as well from Mickey. Is going to be able to intercept the retreat on RNG. Great timing from the snowball, but they're able to bounce back into the storm spread. He said he dragged the storm into the snowball. Karka! Oh, what a baller! Another Wyvern's gone. Simon Senior doesn't have an opportunity to use the ultimate. Onto Ana in the middle to fight. The damage might be enough, but Ana just gets the time lapse off. Gonna look to retreat to the west.
Chalice, that's ballsy.
Liquid, they've got the damage. Chalice would just make it to the high ground. Somnus is nearby as well. It's gonna go back in with a two-man vortex and a Samhelber, stopping a little bit of the damage coming out from Artis. They'll turn it, healing off Somnus, and now they've still got the Aegis to work with. Now Ana, you got to be cautious if you stick around for this round 2, and it looks like they make the executive decision to get out and avoid Liquid.
35 minutes into the game.
And Holly,
wow.
Well, 30. Yeah, I guess we are 35 in. That is true. That is true. We got 74 kills, 35 in. Oh my. Smoke up. Great positioning there from Boxy. He's got the ward on the high ground. Karka might be forced to instantly blink up blind, but Boxy gets the initiation beforehand. They can't group up. The Winter's Curse could cut this team fight into half. The Wyvern hasn't found an opening just yet. In fact, they're going to zip straight away Somnus, recognizing he's alive. Need to target down Insania, but the Winter Wyvern has got an opportunity once again to find the curse, and now Somnus is in trouble. But that's where X-Nova comes into play. A curse with to buy some time for the Storm Spirit, so Somnus can zip down to the low ground, but still Chalice, he's in the danger zone. He's in trouble, as Matu should be able to surround the Viper. He's going to play off the back of his spider legs, and Chalice will actually escape. And now Somnus, he's looking to re-enter the fight because Arna's gone uncontested as a Weaver just pumping in the damage from afar, as RNG will find a 5-man wide.
They might sense the style of game that this is being, right? Like, oh, they're just buying items constantly so that this never happens. But maybe with all those tier 2s still available, no.
I shouldn't have started this. Don't do it.
I'm gonna keep quiet on that one.
Don't do it.
All right, here we go. They're setting up again around their ward on the high ground. They're going to pop the smoke. Kaka, once again, just in the right position at the right time.
The rest of the smokes haven't popped. Kaka needs to be perfect. They're going to drag them away from the Tusk along with the Oracle. That is perfect from Liquid. Zai on the ball, recognizing where the supports were positioning, and now they can chase down Kaka as well.
Pushed in a little bit too far. They see the Splinter Blast coming up top, so they know exactly where the Winter Wyvern is. They could look to go for a big wraparound here on RNG.
The big ward, Matu on the front, but they need to see Insania.
That's not who you want.
Nice scan. Zai's gonna move forward. They get Kaka, and again, False Promise is gonna be able to come through this time. Meanwhile, inside the river, Mickey kills off the Oracle with no remorse, but Ana is gonna look to charge in the middle, need to try and deal with the Winter Wyvern. Insania will retreat to the northern side, but Somnus finds the Vortex, but the follow-up is lacking. The Curse buying some valuable seconds so Liquid can reset out of this fight.
Feel like you're pretty happy with that. On RNG's side, you're able to go back, contest the Roche. You've still got that high ground vision available, even looking to take away the outpost control. But the stun, just a little bit too late coming through from Mickey.
What a good ward. Mickey,
he's level 25.
He can't overcommit. Haka's going to be in Insane once again, but it's too late. The Cold Embrace not there fast enough. And Matu, he's not playing with the ultimate as well. This is such a big window for RNG. They'll lose out on Kaka to the north side, though Ana cleans up Zai's life. He doesn't have a buyback to work with as well as now Ana. He can get more members of Liquid as they completely separate. A beautiful shot from Kaka will put the Alchemist in a vulnerable position where he will not be able to escape. And that could be all she wrote. They don't have buybacks.
Maybe Weaver. Double Lincolns, double BKB.
I'd love to be right. He's just baiting them to Insania's location. Oh no.
Doesn't have the shard on Viper. To be able to pick this one off on his own, but they're looking to make it a naked throne.
Insania. Meanwhile, Somnus actually to the south. They've been able to run into the Pangolier. Somnus might be able to do it by himself.
That's it.
That'll be all she wrote. Throne exposed, and it looks like RNG.
They want the kill.
Oh, right now. False Promise. This time X Nova's going to be able to get in range. The last one's been a big issue for them.